Welcome back to Essentials.tf and welcome to our interview stage of our coverage. And I've got the big name, the man himself. It's Paddie from Tech. Paddie, welcome to the couch. How are you feeling just about the LAN in general?
Thank you very much. It is me, yes. I'm feeling great about the LAN, and honestly, it's been a lot of fun and just seeing a lot of old faces and all that. So, yeah, just been enjoying it overall.
How'd you sleep and recover from last night's travel and partying? Did you guys feel like you're back in shape now? You're ready to take it to Low Panda or anything like that?
I'm feeling better than ever, I'd say. Don't know what to say other than that. I'm just on right now. Things are good.
I only asked this, Paddie, just to make sure there's no excuses later, nothing like that in case the unthinkable happens. But I'm sure that anything. But anyway, I've just got a few curiosities, a few things that I've been I guess picking at my brain. I want to know what's with this team up with Paddie and Banny. I thought you guys were like mortal enemies. Like, how did this even happen?
We have to slay Euros.
We have to slay Euros. Wow, this is a community rumble, and you're here to take names and no prisoners. Well, I can respect that. Anywho, we should probably talk a bit more in detail about your team, and I just want to know, how is the team doing after the game yesterday? The game, I don't think we need to reference the game too hard, but I think you know which game I'm talking about. How's the team taking it?
There was a game yesterday. I don't think I remember that. Might have drank too much. No. Team's overall just feeling overall pretty solid. I mean, Reckoner, against Low Pander. Memory just shot right through me there. But it was a humbling loss, so I think it was a good loss as well, an important one. And just going to have to slay Euros.
Now, Paddie. I need to know, what do you feel like is your main class roundabout now? Because when I think Paddie, I think Scout, but I also think Soldier, and I know maybe some other classes are thrown here and there, but mainly just Soldier or Scout. But how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a Soldier main or a Scout main or Roamer, Pocket? What's the main class for Paddie?
Honestly, sometimes I don't even know myself, but I'm probably more of a Pocket main myself, just the way I play and my style. I'll always do the things I do best on Soldier, so that's what I would say.
So, say it's like a couple years down the line, you've attended a good amount of lands at this point. What's the end goal for Paddie? What is the legacy that you want to give to the rest of the TF2 community? What's you want to be known as?
I'm just going for that three-peat. That's what I'm going for, the three-peat.
All right, okay. Well, now let's talk about a bit of your past, Paddie. I want to know, how did you get started in the game of TF2, and then more specifically, how did you get started in competitive TF2?
Well, I played TF2 by getting into it from another game that was free to play and kind of a TF2 copycat, which was Battlefield Heroes. I played that game with my real-life friend at the time, and man, I must have been like 12. But yeah, that's how I ended up getting into TF2 in general, and I just, I did what every pubber did. I played 2 Fort, played Engineer, spammed voice commands. You know how it goes. And competitive, I just, at a certain point, I started playing a lot of heavy in this community pub I was in. And I don't know, someone asked me, hey, you want to play some Highlander? I said, sure, I'm the best heavy in my pub, so why not? I was really looking for that competitive, heavy play, prove myself as one of the best heavies in the game. Still looking to do that, by the way. But yeah, so I just kept going from there, and eventually watched season 10 LAN while I was playing Highlander, and I decided I fell in love with Soldier after watching Relic and TLR play outstandingly that ESEA LAN.
At what point would you say in your career that you thought you had to take it up a notch, like take things really seriously, start thinking, you know what, I could be the best at Soldier, or I could be the best in the best team in the world, or the best team in America? What point did you think, like, I'm going to start taking things really seriously with competitive TF2?
Honestly, right when I started playing, no joke. When I first got into competitive, I watched TLR and Relic play, and I said, I want to be like those guys. I want to be one of the best soldiers in the game, playing at that level, doing what they're doing. So from the get-go, it was just, that was my goal.
All right, cool. As I quickly glance over my notes, and let's talk about some of your previous conquests. Let's talk about Rewind, Paddie. Now, how good were you playing at Rewind? Like, would you say like you were playing at your 100% best, or is there more to give? Do you feel like there's still? I mean, I would say like a majority of people would say that's the best Paddie performance we've seen. Maybe even one of the best pocket performances we've seen at some lands. But I mean, do you feel like that's your ceiling, or do you think you can do a bit more than that?
I mean, there's always more to give. I'm just a giving person, and you know, I plan on giving way better performances. You know, that's just the kind of player I am. Even if that was a really good performance, overall, like, it was, to me, it's always mediocre because I can just always up the game. But yeah, I played pretty well at that LAN, but grand final was kind of rough for me. So, like, to me, it wasn't like truly a good performance because I just played pretty bad in the grand final of that LAN, in my opinion. So, you know, I'm looking to hopefully play a LAN and just the whole way through just have consistent performances, which is what I think was lacking the last one.
Now, Paddie, I know you're a big personality, I would say, in the community of TF2. You like to be like an entertainer as well as like a competitor. Do you feel like TF2 has kind of lost those old personalities, those like, you know, those big names, or the ones that would always kind of have a character to them or anything like that? Like, do you feel like that's been lost in the new gen of TF2, or do you think this new gen of TF still has it?
Yeah, I'm a big personality, yeah. Big guy, too. But, no, to me, I think we have lost a lot of just vibrant personalities and characters that we used to have, but I don't think it's, you know, it's not the end of the road for that. I think people just, you know, got to be getting their name out there, and, like, I think, you know, a lot of it, you know, comes down to like events like these, in my opinion. You know, getting to flesh out the personalities of players that, I mean, LAN is always the time to do that. You really get to see these people, you know, in person, in the flesh. You get to talk to them. And that's really where character building and story building for like every person it happens the most. It's at LAN. So I think that more events like these are really good, even in just the cozy atmosphere in which it is. I think that that's really good. You know, it just gets people comfortable. You know, we're all anxious, nervous gamers. That's why we play TF2. So, yeah.
Now, Paddie, you've got quite a rich history of playing with a variety of like players across your entire career, and I mean, we've got the big names like Banny and like and you know, just others out there, TLR and all these massive names. But is there any like unsung heroes that you play with? Like, man, this guy did not get enough credit, and I thought he was a great gamer, or anything like that? Is there anyone you want to sing their praises to while you're on this interview?
I played with a lot of players who don't get enough credit, in my opinion. One of them being Rando, actually. Randa was a really good team player, really good roamer. People always looked at his stats and made that judgment call. But when I played with him briefly last season, he was such a like he had huge impact. But you could only feel it if you were playing on the team with him. And there's so many players. But to name a few, players like Sure Shot, Grills, Chaz. This was a team I played ESCA IM with a long time ago. They're all really, really good players, and I don't think they get a lot of credit. Scarlet as well, a player who quit. A lot of these players don't play anymore, but yeah, Scarlet is really good from Runaway 5 and Rikachu as well. So yeah, there's too many to name, but I think there's a lot of really good players in TF2 that just don't get enough credit.
Well, we should be wrapping up shortly here over on the interview, but I've been asking this question to all the players here at the LAN so far, but have you got any advice for anyone who's probably just like you, Paddie, who's just tuned in or maybe watched some of the greats? You know, they've watched Paddie. They want to be just like Paddie. They're a heavy from their pub server as well, and they want to be the best. What advice would you give to even young Paddie, I suppose?
Quite frankly, keep at it. Never give up. Never surrender. When you're losing 20-0 in MG, keep playing and play and play and play. Well, unless you're getting really mad, then you should probably leave because you might break your mouse or something. But yeah, just keep trying, keep practicing. Most of the game, in a lot of ways, is mentality. If you put in the time for DM, you will get good DM. But what people don't put time into a lot of is mentality, and I think that's what separates the good from the best, in my opinion.
Inspirational and practical. Thank you, Paddie, for the interview. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I've been TurboTabs. Of course, I've been joined by the legendary Paddie from Froyo Tech, who's here playing as Pocket Soldier, and that's been our interview segment. We're going to have more games coming up over here on Essentials.tf, but stay tuned. We'll be right back.